Do you think anyone dares to mistreat K-pop idols in the military? Besides the news of fans sending idol letters and gifts and idols looking fabulous in their military uniform, there are dark stories that have even made idols go into depression. Here, we tell you about K-pop idols who have been mistreated to an extent that they needed medical help to overcome their problems. Here is how K-pop idols Baekhyun, Eunhyuk, Kyuhyun, and Leeteuk were mistreated when they were serving in the military. But nothing can compare to what G-Dragon, Taecyeon, and Taemin had to undergo during their military service. Let's start with some of the members from Super Junior. Super Junior's Kyuhyun. Kyuhyun enlisted in the military on May 25th in 2017 and was discharged on May 7th, 2019. Soon after his discharge, the idol took part in the JTBC variety show Ask Us Anything and revealed shocking details about his time in the military. Explaining the hardest part of military training camp, Kyuhyun said going through the tough training process was not hard at all, but the thing that scared him the most was taking a shower.
거기 씻을 때 다 같이 씻잖아, 그치? 다 같이 씻는데 거기 막 100명, 200명씩 들어가 거기 그냥 한 탕에.
Though the members of his unit were considerate and left a corner spot for him, this was not the case all the time. There were occasionally times when other people were already there showering when we arrived. So since there wasn't any space in the corners, I'd just wash up in the middle. Then I'd hear the sound of people talking all the way from the entrance.
야, 규현이 때. 규현 보러 가자.
I'd hear them talking from the moment they came in. Then about 20 or 30 people would keep walking back and forth past me, pretending not to look, explained Kyuhyun. Every time it was time to take a shower, Kyuhyun was scared. He also said that he thought he was the only one who had gone through that suffering. He later learned that countless other celebrities have experienced the same thing. Kyuhyun even said that one celebrity even told him that he didn't shower for 3 days because he was scared of getting stared at. Super Junior's Leeteuk. Kyuhyun's bandmate Leeteuk was having a different sort of problem. According to reports, he was being used by his higher officials for their personal use. For example, they would force him to MC at their family events. After being discharged, Leeteuk revealed that once he was woken up in the middle of the night to shoot a special video to be sent to soldiers' families. He was even made to call a female idol by his superior. As he did not have her number, he had to call up another idol and get her number for his superior. Reports claimed that the mental status of Leeteuk, who was already under stress, worsened after this incident. In one of the shows, Leeteuk said, "There were so many bad things occurring one after the other, and I eventually began to wonder why this ordeal was happening to me." Kyuhyun also revealed that even after getting discharged from the military, Leeteuk continued to use ta na ga speech. This speech is used in the military where it is mandatory to use ta after a statement, use na after a command to a lower-ranking soldier, and ga after posing a question to a higher-ranking soldier. Responding to that, Leeteuk said, "I think it makes me feel manlier and more polite, so I think I'll try to keep doing so if I can." This is the effect the military had on Leeteuk. Super Junior's Eunhyuk. Eunhyuk enlisted in the military on October 3rd in 2015 and was discharged on July 12th in 2017. Eunhyuk is the third member of Super Junior to face difficulties in the military. His biggest problem was not being able to say no to the higher-ups' demands. It is said that he was being forced to FaceTime relatives of the higher-ups. EXO Baekhyun. Among the idols who are still yet to be released from the military, EXO's Baekhyun is having a difficult time. Baekhyun is said to be very uncomfortable as fellow soldiers keep staring at him while he showers. Reports also state that some have even taken his picture when the idol was naked and are circulating them. This is making Baekhyun's time in the military difficult. But SHINee's Taemin is having such a difficult time that he is under medication. SHINee's Taemin. SHINee's Taemin enlisted in the military on May 31st in 2021. He is still serving in the military but has currently become a public worker due to worsening conditions of anxiety and depression. Reports claim that he was already under medication for conditions of depression when he entered the military, but due to harassment, his condition has worsened, and considering his safety, he was transferred from the military band to supplementary service. Taemin was also being stared at when taking showers. He tried changing his shower time, but that didn't help him, as the stares continued. He was also conscious of the fact that fellow soldiers were trying to take his pictures while showering, which worsened his mental health. Here is proof that pictures can be deceiving, because in October 2021, the Military Manpower Administration shared a video of Taemin stating that the idol had gained 10 kilograms, and that he was adjusting well. But a statement from his agency SM Entertainment in January 2002 read, "Due to the symptoms of depression and anxiety that Taemin has been suffering from before his enlistment, he continued to receive treatment and therapy even while carrying out his service. However, because his symptoms recently worsened, the military determined that it had become impossible for him to continue his military life and treatment at the same time, and he was accordingly transferred to the supplementary service. This followed online posts from those who are said to have served with Taemin, saying that he was struggling, was taking pills on a daily basis, and also often had nightmares. 2 p.m.'s Taecyeon. Taecyeon enlisted in the military on September 4th in 2017 and was discharged on May 16th in 2019. The biggest problem he faced was the invasion of privacy. In fact, Taecyeon even gave up his US citizenship to enlist in the military. According to Vincenzo Star, most of his time in the military was not so bad except for the showers. It can be noted that he gained a lot of weight and was 99 kilograms when in the military. He said that he ate a lot. This was probably how he came to terms with the negative things happening in the military. Like Kyuhyun, Taemin, Baekhyun, and others, Taecyeon was also disturbed by the fact that he was being stared at while taking a shower. But the idol whose privacy was completely invaded was G-Dragon. G-Dragon entered the military on February 27th in 2018 and was discharged on October 26th in 2019. From the beginning, G-Dragon tried to get along well with his fellow soldiers and left no stone unturned to bond with them. It is also said that he gave out his Amex Black card and let everyone use it. But this did not save him from harassment. Fellow soldiers not only stared at him while taking a shower, but also circulated his naked pictures. Reports claimed that people would just walk by the showers, back and forth, pretending not to look at G-Dragon, but would surely look at him. People allegedly also tried to draw his body, trying to mark his freckles, moles, tattoos, and scars. These pics were soon all over the internet. In addition to this, his doctor in the military even released the idol's medical records on the internet that included the idol's private details. This was not all. G-Dragon's personal belongings, including his underwear, were also stolen. People were also staring at him when he was eating. Even the family members of soldiers who came to visit them put pressure on the staff, saying that they wanted to meet G-Dragon. He couldn't even move freely. All this affected his mental status, and when the harassment became intense, he was granted medical leave. He was separated from the rest and reportedly given a private room in the military hospital. Even this led to controversy, as the media portrayed it as special treatment, and it tarnished the idol's image. They are idols who spread happiness with their music and performances. Do they really deserve to face such treatment in the military? Now, amid talks of excluding idols who have made an exceptional contribution to the country's benefit, BTS members have announced that they will undergo military enlistment. Jin is the first member to enlist in December 2022. The other 6 members will follow suit. With factors like staring, taking pictures in the shower, and higher-ups misusing idols for private reasons, will BTS members be safe during their military service? Is there no end to the pressures faced by K-pop idols as professionals and individuals?